WWE star Jey Uso is here on Raw. He addresses fans, welcoming them to Monday Night Raw before proceeding to talk about his return and how he reached his breaking point with his family, the Bloodline. He reflects on how Cody Rhodes helped him to get back into WWE after he quit. Jey Uso is interrupted by former Bloodline member Sami Zayn. He claims it is unbelievable for Jey being on the Raw roster and many stars backstage would not comfortable with him being there. Zayn cites his excitement and happiness about Jey Uso being on the Red brand and how he broke free from the Bloodline. He claims Jey truly is main event Jey Uso. Sami Zayn gets tearful as he extends a handshake, saying he's proud of Jey Uso. The latter does not react initially before proclaiming that it was a very nice meeting, before sharing a hug. Drew McIntyre makes his entrance as Jey Uso exits. The men glare at each other before Sami Zayn tries to resolve the issue at hand. Moving to the next match. Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle vs. the Viking Raiders. Tornado tag match. All four men pounce on each other as soon as the bell rings. Drew McIntyre attempts to chop Ivar before hitting him with a spinebuster. Matt Riddle attempts to slam Ivar in the corner as the Scottish Warrior lifts him up. Eric rolls back in the ring and superkicks McIntyre. Matt Riddle tries to use a hesitant Drew McIntyre's help in going over the ropes onto the Viking Raiders. The Scottish Warrior flings him over, showcasing impressive tag team work. A hyped-up Matt Riddle gets a table from underneath the ring as Drew McIntyre looks on with a smirk. Ivar has Matt Riddle set up on the table. He climbs up on the top rope but is stopped by Drew McIntyre, who superplexes Ivar with Matt Riddle's help. Eric gets into the match, setting up Riddle for a powerbomb, but he counters. The Viking Raider attempts a pin on the original Bro, who kicks out. As the Viking Raiders gear up to slam Drew McIntyre through the table, Kofi Kingston interferes, accidentally knocking the former champion out. Their opponents take advantage of the distraction and put Matt Riddle through the table before pinning him. The Viking Raiders defeated Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre. Moving to the next segment. Seth Rollins takes a subtle shot at John Cena, claiming himself to be the host of Monday Night Raw. He proceeds to talk about his match at Payback against Shinsuke Nakamura and how it impacted him mentally, but he still pushed through and retained the title. Seth Rollins lays out a proposition for Nakamura to a title rematch, to which his contender responds no. The champion claims it is his show and a match must happen before he charges towards the King of Strong Style and a brawl breaks out. Ricochet runs out to Seth Rollins' aid as security runs out to separate the two WWE stars. Moving to the next match. Ricochet vs. Shinsuke Nakamura. The two men go after each other as soon as the bell rings. Nakamura attempts to exit the ring as the former champion catches up to him. They roll back in as Ricochet kicks the King of Strong Style in the face. Shinsuke Nakamura has Ricochet in a submission hold. The former Intercontinental champion gets up to his feet and dropkicks his opponent. He hits him face first in the turnbuckle, followed by a kick to the face. Ricochet jumps off the top rope as Shinsuke Nakamura rolls out of the way, but he manages to slam him face first on the mat before attempting another pin. The King of Strong Style gains the upper hand with kicks to the face off the apron. Nakamura uses a chair to attack Ricochet, getting himself disqualified. Ricochet defeated Shinsuke Nakamura by disqualification. Shinsuke Nakamura gears up to attack Ricochet with the chair some more before Seth Rollins runs out. He attempts to brawl with Nakamura as security follows him. The King of Strong Style slams Rollins back first into the steel stairs. Moving to the next segment. Dominic Mysterio gets heavily booed as he attempts to talk about the group's success as Finn Balor and Damian Priest laugh at the situation. Finn Balor congratulates Priest and Ripley for celebrating a year as Judgment Day members. He addresses his relationship with Priest and their win at Payback. The Prince thanks J.D. McDonagh for his involvement in the match before announcing himself as a Grand Slam champion. Rhea Ripley claims the Bloodline has fallen and the Judgment Day rises. The group is interrupted by an irate Sami Zayn, who claims they are not champions as they had the numbers game on their side. He calls them all TRDS, singling out Dominic Mysterio. Zayn challenges Dominic Mysterio to a match but J.D. McDonagh responds on his behalf stating that he will go up against him instead. Sami Zayn accepts, showcasing his anger at losing the tag team titles at Payback. Moving to the next match. Zoey Stark vs. Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler slams Zoey Stark off her feet before being met with a dropkick. Stark sets her opponent in a side headlock. The Queen of Spades gets back up on her feet and targets Stark's arm. Zoey Stark gears up to attack Baszler outside the ring, but she sets her up in her submission move as Stark is able to break the hold. She continues to trash talk her opponent, slamming her on the announcer's table. Zoey Stark has the upper hand on Shayna Baszler, hitting her with a German suplex. She hits her with a springboard followed by a pin, but her opponent kicks out. Shayna Baszler kicks back and attempts the Kirifuda clutch on Zoey Stark, who wiggles her way out. She hits her with the Z360, but Baszler catches her midway, setting her submission move into place. Zoey Stark tries to get out of the submission hold but passes out, resulting in Baszler winning via technical knockout. Shayna Baszler defeated Zoey Stark. Moving to the next match. Raquel Rodriguez vs Chelsea Green. Raquel Rodriguez slams Chelsea Green, who tries to escape the ring as soon as the bell rings. Rodriguez flings her across the ring and sets her up over the ropes, but Green chokes her on the top rope. Chelsea Green hits her with a crossbody off the top rope, but Raquel catches her midway. She hits her with the Tejana bomb followed by a pin. Raquel Rodriguez defeated Chelsea Green. Raquel Rodriguez claims she will get a rematch against Rhea Ripley and announces that Dominic Mysterio will be banned from ringside. She further adds the two women will collide next week on Raw for the WWE Women's Championship. Moving to the next segment. The A-lister calls out his special guest on Miz TV, John Cena. His entrance music plays but no one walks out. The Miz pretends Cena is there but cannot be seen as he continues to mock the 16-time world champion. The Miz questions whether LA Knight paid and conspired with John Cena to help him win at Payback. He claims that the invisible Cena needs to get out of his ring. The former WWE champion proceeds to fight with himself and then challenges LA Knight to a rematch. Moving to the next match. Sami Zayn vs. J.D. McDonagh. The Irish star tries to play mind games by running out of the ring, but Sami Zayn throws him back in. McDonagh chops Zayn to the chest, who turns things around in a matter of seconds. The two roll out of the ring as the beatdown continues. Sami Zayn has the upper hand as he slams McDonagh on the announcer's table, but he counters, hitting him face first on the post. The two men exchange vicious punches. Sami Zayn takes control and flings him over, leading to McDonagh landing on his back. Sami Zayn then hits him with a driver followed by a pin, but his opponent kicks out. Dominic Mysterio interrupts the match, appearing ringside and preventing McDonagh from being pinned. Sami Zayn lashes and chases him. He rolls back into the ring, enabling J.D. McDonagh to pin Zayn. J.D. McDonagh defeated Sami Zayn. Furious after losing, Sami attacks Dominic Mysterio, who as J.D. McDonagh seems to make his exit. He runs into the ring to help Mysterio, urging him to get out, but gets attacked by Sami Zayn instead. Moving to the main event. Gunther vs Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther flings Gable across the ring. The Alpha Academy member gets up to his feet as the ring general sets him up in a side headlock in the middle of the ring. Gable gets up on his feet and is able to break the move. He runs around the ring like a game of cat and mouse as the champion chases him. Gable then kicks Gunther off the apron as he attempts to climb back in. Gunther has the upper hand as he tries to get Gable back in the ring. The Alpha Academy member attacks Gunther's left foot, setting it up in a submission move off the apron. The champion uses his strength to get his opponent back in the ring, kicking him in the face and attempting a pin. Gunther chops Chad Gable across the chest a few times as his opponent struggles to get up to his feet. A charged-up Gable goes after the champion with vicious chops, but Gunther tortures Gable, climbing on him as he is laid out on top of the turnbuckle. Gunther sets Gable for the powerbomb, but his opponent rolls over the top rope. Both men land on the floor hard as the official starts the 10 count. Gable hits Gunther with a German suplex outside the ring before rolling the champion back into the ring. The champion takes advantage of the slight delay and powerbombs Chad Gable, followed by a pin, but he kicks out. Chad Gable sets Gunther in the ankle lock, but he manages to counter. Gable attempts another suplex, but his opponent overpowers him. Gable gives it another try and is successful the second time around. Chad Gable puts Gunther in an ankle lock as the champion struggles to grab the bottom rope. He turns it around into the sleeper hold. Gunther hits Gable with the powerbomb and a lariat clothesline and pins him. Chad Gable's family is spotted in tears ringside. Gunther defeated Chad Gable.